After nearly 2 weeks of testing and cooling over 50 bottles of wine, we found that the EdgeStar 34-bottle dual-zone wine cooler outperformed its competition. The EdgeStar not only chilled bottles the quickest, but also kept them at temperature most consistently. Although one of our pricier options, the extra investment proved to be beneficial for both red and white wine drinkers. Here's our top 6 list of best wine coolers. Number 1, EdgeStar 34-bottle dual-zone wine cooler. Number 2, Frigidaire 18-bottle dual-zone wine cooler. 3, Higher 16-bottle dual-zone wine cooler. Number 4, Newair 33-bottle single-zone wine cooler. Number 5, Frigidaire 8-bottle countertop wine cooler. And lastly, number 6, Insignia 16-bottle countertop wine cooler. So, how do you determine what features you need in a wine fridge? The type of cooler. Freestanding wine coolers dominate the market since they're the most versatile. Built-in units take a lot more work, but are good for those who want their coolers to blend seamlessly with their cabinetry. And finally, there are freestanding countertop units, which are nice and compact. For this review, we focused on freestanding and countertop units to cover the best variety of wine coolers. Another important feature, cooling technology. Compression wine coolers use traditional refrigerant and compressors to keep the cooler chilled and can handle a wide range of temperature fluctuation. Thermoelectric wine coolers are more energy efficient but must be kept in relatively temperature-stable rooms. How many cooling zones do you need? Dual-zone units are best if you drink both red and white wines, since these fridges have isolated compartments for 2 different temperatures. If you only drink one type of wine, a single-zone unit will suffice. We tested both styles for this review. So how did we test? Although taste testing the wine wasn't completely necessary, we made sure to go the extra mile. Assembly. We started with out-of-the-box assembly and noted convenience to set up. Most coolers come in ready to plug in and go. Cool down. How long it took for the coolers to stabilize its internal temperature upon plug-in. Chill time. We analyzed the time it took for each cooler to chill red, white, and sparkling wines from room temperature. Accuracy and consistency. We checked the accuracy of the temperature readings on every control panel and noted variables like certain effects on temperatures, such as opening and closing doors. Before going over our top picks, you can check out the links in the description below for more detail on each wine cooler. There's also a link there to the full review on our blog post. So the EdgeStar 34-bottle dual-zone wine cooler won us over. This compression model is the largest, the heaviest, and the most expensive unit that we tested, but we found that there was way more to love because of it. After the EdgeStar was plugged in for 24 hours, it only took 30 minutes for the red wine to get to the proper storing temperature and about 1 hour for whites at the colder setting. This was about half the time it took for all the other units we tested. The dual temperature displays are easy to adjust and read, and there's a blue light in both zones to make reading bottles easier. And structurally, the EdgeStar includes a 3-inch separator between the zones to maintain proper temps in each zone. This separator was 3 times the size of our other finalists. Other things that stood out about the EdgeStar unit was its sleek design and shelving. A unique design on the shelves lets you place bottles forward and backwards to optimize the space, and the top shelf had plenty of room for larger bottles of wine. A small downside was the up and down arrows on the temperature controls. You simply push the top display or bottom display button until you reach the end of the temperature range for it to start over, which we didn't find very user-friendly. Also, there is some assembly required as the handle needs to be screwed in. Our runner-up is the Frigidaire 18-bottle wine cooler. This unit has a solid insulated door with glass that only displays your red wine options. The bottom is closed off to protect your white wines from any UV rays or warmer temperatures. After plugging in, the Frigidaire only needs 1 hour to cool down to storage temperatures in both zones, beating out the EdgeStar significantly. Again, using bottles that were at a room temperature of 70 degrees, the Frigidaire chilled red wines to storage temp in an impressive 45 minutes. However, for whites, cooling ultimately took 2 hours. The Frigidaire fits both standard and long neck bottles without a problem, but does not have space for larger bottles of wine. We also found that its white light only showcases the top half of the cooler, making it hard to see labels on the bottom units. The best single-zone wine cooler was the Newair 33 bottle. The Newair is a single-zone compressor fridge that can fit next to any table, cabinet, or bar you have set up. It has easy-to-use button temperature controls, an insulated glass door, and a blue display light, which has a professional feel. Being a compressor-style fridge, it has an impressive temp range going as low as 39 degrees Fahrenheit. We love the bonus bottom basket for non-traditional bottles of wine or champagne as well. This unit is best placed in an area with minimal sunlight since the glass does not block out UV rays. Lastly, if you want a wallet-friendly and compact option, the Frigidaire 8-bottle countertop fridge was our favorite. It's ready right out of the box. It only takes 1 hour to cool to storage temperature. Being a single-zone thermoelectric cooler, it is ideal for versatility in your household. Obviously great for limited space, but one downside is that it takes 2 hours to cool room temperature wine. When it comes time to perfectly preserve your favorite bottle of wine, consumers look for a unit that keeps temperatures consistent, has the space for their collection, and it's easy to use with minimal upkeep. The EdgeStar 34-bottle dual-zone wine cooler outchills its competition on many features. While the Haier and Frigidaire are great options for a smaller space, we choose the EdgeStar for its capacity for storage, ability to keep wines stored at an accurate and consistent temperature, and attention to detail and design. Like the video? Have any questions? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out the description for product links, and we'll see you next time on Your Best Digs.